Yesterday, President Trump said he alone will decide when to reopen America. Now, he may be facing a battle between the governors of New Jersey, New York, and 5 other states here in the Northeast. The 7 governors have gotten together, and they say they'll decide when it's safe to go back to work and back to school. CBS News' John Diaz reports.
Good morning. A debate is brewing over when and how to reopen the country's economy. After a heated press conference last night, there is no doubt plenty more will still come out of this.
It's the question that so many Americans want to know. When will the country open up again? Monday night, the president, while not saying exactly when it would happen, certainly made it clear who should make that decision: Mr. Trump himself.
When somebody's the president of the United States, the authority is total. And that's the way it's got to be.
Total. The authority is total.
Mr. Trump says he expects that governors will cooperate, but in no time, the president had triggered a firestorm. Governor Cuomo saying the president is absolutely wrong.
We have a constitution. We don't have a king. We have an elected president. That's what our founding fathers did when they wrote the Constitution. And the Constitution clearly says the powers that are not specifically listed for the federal government are reserved to the states.
Cuomo says the president did not close the economy. That was done by the states, and so they should be doing the reopening. He also said states don't have the capacity for large-scale testing, and that will be key to any reopening plan.
Even in a federal emergency, it doesn't abrogate the Constitution, and that's what you would have to say here. The Constitution of the United States goes out the window because we have a federal emergency.
Earlier in the day, the governor had joined 6 other eastern states, including New Jersey and Connecticut, announcing their plan to look at ways of restarting the economy.
Study the data, study the research, study the experience of other countries, and give us guidelines and parameters to go forward.
The governors said it was crucial that economic decisions not get ahead of ones regarding health and safety.
We have not yet plateaued. We're a couple of beats behind New York. Our positive tests have begun to flatten, but we're not yet there.
And Governor Andrew Cuomo adding that if President Trump puts forward an irresponsible plan, he will legally oppose of it. Meanwhile, the White House is saying that President Trump plans on meeting with patients later on this afternoon who have successfully recovered from COVID-19. From the Upper West Side, John Diaz, CBS 2 News.